A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna Allaha malaikatahu yusalluna 'alan nabi. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu 'alaihi wa sallimu taslima. Subhanallahi walhamdulillahi wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar. Subhanallahi walhamdulillahi wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar walillahil hamd. Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar. Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين عليا ولي الله اللهم صل. أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين عليا حجة الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم اجعل قلبي بارا ولسارا وشخارا ورزق دارا ولادي أبرارا وجل إن خبر نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم مستقرا مقرارا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد فقد قال الله في كتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأما السائل فلا تنهر. صلوات. Before Ramadan, we were discussing the system of rights in the light of the discourse on rights of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam, Risalatul Huquq, the discourse on rights. And we were discussing the rights of the one who asks for help. Look, Imam has mentioned almost every single rights of any kind of relationship that you might have with anyone. The relationships are of two kinds: permanent and temporary. The permanent are just like your relationship with your brothers, sisters, your family members, your father, your children. These are permanent relationship. Also your relationship with yourself, with your body parts, with your hands, with your eyes, with your... So the Imam has mentioned all those rights. Any kind of relationship you have with anyone or anything, Imam has mentioned almost all those relationships. Then there are some relations that are not permanent, that temporary, for a while. That's like somebody is coming to you asking for help. You might not know him, who is he? But this asking, and you are listening to his question or his petition, this establishes a relationship between you and him, a very temporary kind of relationship. Look, Imam even mentioned such a relationship and mentioned what is the right of that person on you and your right on that person. It's so amazing. So now Imam is mentioning this right, saying, okay, if somebody comes and asks you, what is your responsibility towards him? Because your situation may be, that you can help him, or you might not be able to help him. You might have two different situations. In both situations, what is your responsibility towards him and what is his rights on you? The same thing about him. Let's say I come to you, ask you for help. So you have a right on me because you are mas'ool, haqqul sa'il and haqqul mas'ool. Imam has mentioned two rights. Rights of the one who is asking and the right of the one who is asked. So what is my responsibility towards you, who am I asking for help? So Imam is mentioning both rights. And even Quran has mentioned those two rights. And the sayings of Aimma alayhimus salam, the sayings of all our infallible leaders, is nothing but explanation of word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So many times, whatever we hear from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, it is originally interpretation of Quran or explanation of something that Quran has mentioned in brief. But Aimma alayhimus salam are giving more details about it. So first, this relationship of asking and being asked is very important relationship. And this also has many aspects. And Imam has mentioned different aspects of this kind of a special relationship, which is temporary, apparently. This temporary relationship also sometimes becomes permanent. It is temporary. Somebody coming and asking you, and you just replying. This is a very temporary thing. But sometimes this becomes permanent relationship. How? How it becomes permanent relationship? If the person who is asking, he is asking for, if he is asking, it depends on his question. or his petition. So if he is asking for something permanent, relationship will become permanent. If he is asking for something mortal and temporary thing, then the relationship will remain temporary. For example, if he is asking you a question related to knowledge, to seek a knowledge, knowledge leads to a permanent relationship. But if he is asking you for financial help, this will remain temporary relationship with him. That's why if you ask a question from someone, this question is related to knowledge, you're seeking knowledge, he becomes your teacher. من علمك حرفا فقد صيرك عبدا. Whoever teaches you one word, harfan, one harf, one letter, he becomes your teacher forever, and you are indebted to him forever. Look, this relationship. Why? Because in seeking knowledge and giving knowledge is important. And Islam has emphasized on seeking knowledge very much. In Quran, in Ahadith, in the practice of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam, in their teachings, you see that it has been highly emphasized that we should just keep seeking knowledge. And when you seek knowledge, since knowledge is important, whoever you are asking and whoever is your teacher, he should be respected as a teacher. And Imam has mentioned that separately, and we discussed earlier this relationship, a teacher and a student relationship. It's very a sacred kind of relationship and very special relationship. And many times this becomes even more important than the permanent relationship that Allah has established already, like son and father relationship. So, and the influence of a teacher many times is more than the influence of a father. But the father is very fortunate father if he is a father plus a teacher. That's why the father should always be a good teacher and also a good friend. So this relationship, why? Because knowledge is important. But there is another thing. أَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. Quran says, don't repulse the petitioner, the sa'il. Now sa'il means the one who is asking. Asking what? Both, of course, it applies on both. But apparently, according to the tafsir, if you see in Quran, where this ayat is, that the sa'il, the person who is asking you, don't repulse him. Don't be harsh with him. If you want to help him, is fine, is very good. But if you cannot help him, still don't reject him in a harsh manner. Be kind with him. And don't get the response, don't be unresponsible in response. Why? Because he has a right on you. This very 1 minute relationship established a right, a relationship which established a right on you. And the right, first right is, be kind with him in both ways. He's asking you. And look, in Islam, there is no right one-way right. Nowhere you find, why? Because right is what? For the word right, you need to think about a relationship. Without a relationship, there is no right. So for right, there should be two sides, two people. One who has the right, one who has the responsibility to pay the right. So right alone is not something, that you can think about without another side of the right. So right and responsibility. Somebody who is receiving the right somebody who is giving the right. So there should be relationship. In this relationship, so there are two sides always. So Islam never talks one way, one side. For example, you hear many times the rights of parents, rights of parents, rights of parents. Subhanallah, yes. It's, very much emphasized in Quran, is stressed very much in Quran, but it's not one way. The children also have rights, children's rights. So if the parents have right, the children also have right. If the husband has right, the wife also has a right. If one friend has a right, the other friend also has the right. If you have the right on the neighbor also have right on you. So there are relationships. No one-way thing in Islam. Same thing here. Somebody is asking you, he has right on you, you also have right on him. So Imam mentioned both these two rights. And we discussed some of those rights earlier. But since after a while we are starting again, so I'll just give you a brief that what we have discussed. So let's see what Imam is saying without going into much details. Since we have discussed this right, inshallah we'll move to next right. This is right of sa'il. The right of the person who is asking. We have a right of the person who is asked. The person who you are asking for help. So both rights go together. But listen what Imam is saying about the haqqus sa'il. The person who is coming to ask you. Do you find such details of rights anywhere in the world, in any charter, any constitution, any bylaws in the world, in any religion? People don't even consider it as a relationship. But Imam is saying no. أما حق السائل فإعطاؤه إذا تيقنت صدقه. You have heard before that Islam is a balanced religion. First, it is strongly disliked in Islam, is makruh, strongly makruh to ask for financial help. Is highly discouraged, or maybe totally discouraged. And very strong words have been used in condemnation of those who ask for financial help. Is not encouraged at all. That's why in the whole Quran, from the beginning to the end, you will find hundreds of ayat. Hundreds of ayat emphasizing on the importance of giving, of helping. Atu zakat, give zakat, give zakat. To whom should we give zakat? Just give zakat. But in no single place you will find that Quran is saying go and get zakat. If you are faqir, if you are needy, go and get your zakat from rich people. There is no single mention about this in the whole Quran. Which means this is highly disliked, discouraged strongly to ask. This is one side of this issue. The other side, it is highly recommended that when somebody is asking you, help him. Look, the balance in Islam. But when somebody is coming to me and asking, I cannot say, why are you asking me? Allah don't like you to ask. No. It is his responsibility not to ask, but once he is asking, what is your responsibility? So everybody has a responsibility. Everybody has a right. So now here Imam is saying that the right of the petitioner, the person who is coming to ask you for help. Imam says his right is فَإِعْطَاءُهُ إِذَا تَيَقَّنْتَ صِدْقَهُ. There are two situations. Either he is right really he deserves, he's a deserving person, right? Or no, he is not. Many people have just, the habit of asking. They get used to it, and they depend themselves on just people's help. They don't try to work themselves and eat and seek sustenance with dignity. Their habit is to ask. They don't deserve help, but still they are asking. So there may be two kind of situations. The person who is asking you, he deserves help or he doesn't. Imam says, إِذَا تَيَقَّنْتَ صِدْقَهُ, if you know, look how Imam is going into details of the situations. Imam says, so one scenario is this, that he is coming to you, asking you, and he deserves. تَيَقَّنْتَ صِدْقَهُ, and you know that he is really deserving person. Okay, but here, you yourself who is being asked by him, you also have two situations. One that you can help, and the other that you cannot help. You yourself, it's not necessary that somebody is asking me and I'm able to help. I might not be able at the time, and he's asking me for something that I cannot do it. So two situations here, two situations there. So first is this, that if he who is asking you for help, you know that he is deserving, and you قدرت على سد حاجته, you also are able to help. So it's a very clear situation. He is deserving, you are able to help. So what you should do? Help him. It's so simple. But not only this, your relationship with him should be more based on faith and mercy and love and compassion. Should be kind, yeah, this is true, but no, you should be more nice while dealing with him and you helping him. How? I gave him the money. He was asking me, what else? Imam says, no, this is not enough. وَالدُّعَاءُ لَهُ فِي مَا نَزَلَ بِهِ. You should also pray for him. Why? Because when you're helping somebody, don't think that let him come again to me or be indebted to me, so he can respect me in the future and something like that. You might start thinking. No. When he comes and you're helping him, with help, also pray for him, that may Allah give him enough sustenance that he becomes needless of this asking. This is your sincerity in giving. So while giving, give plus pray for him. Subhanallah. So far, we heard that when you get something from somebody, you should pray for him. Thank you, may Allah give you more, you helped me, you gave me. Look the level of, subhanallah, level and the status of understanding of Islamic rules and laws. Imam says, no, you should pray for the needy person who is asking you. So give him plus pray for him. Okay, this is individual issues. We might apply it on our projects, our centers, our masajid, our Husainiyat, our schools, different community projects. So some people are taking lead and they're coming, they are servants of the community and asking you for help. So you help him. So sometimes you help him and expect that he will come again and say 10 times, please, 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 then I will give him. And he will say, thank you, thank you, thank you. and my name will be mentioned on the podium, and people will say, oh, very good, mashallah, good job. You helped in this center. This is one way of helping. The other way is no. You give whatever you can do it, plus you pray for them. Pray to Allah subhanahu. Oh Allah, these people are working for this noble cause. Ya Allah, you help them. Though you also are going to receive prayers and dua from them, they will pray for you. But you also pray for the needy. You pray for the person who is asking you for help. This is not it. Then what else? So there are three steps Imam has mentioned while helping, while you giving anything in the name of Allah, in the way of Allah, to individual or to any project. So first, you know that this is a genuine case, and you also can do it. This is one situation. In this situation, there are 3 levels. First, help. Answer what he is asking. Give him what he needs. This is one. The second level is وَالدُّعَاءُ لَهُ. Pray for him. Can you imagine what Imam said about the third level? Subhanallah. So amazing. These are our leaders. They know how to give us the cure for every kind of problems and issues. They solve those issues from the root. So now Imam says, وَالْمُعَاوِنَةُ لَهُ عَلَىٰ طَلِبَتِهِ. You give him, you pray for him, and also you help him in fulfilling his need. How you help him in fulfilling his need? For example, he came to you, he said, okay, I have this work, or I have this project, or I need for myself this much money. Of course, you cannot, maybe not able to give him the whole money. He needs $100,000, let's say. We can give him $5,000, but how about 95 times, remaining money? Pray for him. May Allah help him achieving his goal. Then what? You also help him. This applies on the community projects, more on individual issues. So when somebody coming to you and you see that this is a genuine project, he or this group, really, they are doing their best. Let me do what I can do and also pray for him or them. Plus, I should help them achieve this goal that they have in their mind. Ask my friends to help them. Ask my family to help them. Try to find other resources for their help. So I should try to sadda hajatihi, to try that his need is fulfilled, to make sure his need is fulfilled. Then, وَإِن شَكَكْتَ, the second situation is that you see that, he might not be a genuine case. He may be a person who is not deserving person. So what should you do in such a situation? Of course, now you have to investigate. Investigate if he is right. But don't repulse him in the first point, in the first day, in the first meeting. لا تنهر. Don't be harsh. Say, okay, let me check, let me see what I can do for you. And do your investigation Now, if here you find that no, he is for sure not a genuine case, and helping him is going to harm him and harm the society, then you say, no, sorry, I cannot help you. And when you say sorry means, still when you rejecting his request, be kind and nice with him. Why? Because you know, now if you help him, it is going to harm him, himself, and also maybe the society, the community. Other people will start begging like him, and we'll have a society of beggars. Astaghfirullah. So, yeah, don't help him, it's fine, but be still nice with him. But if you have just doubt, not sure, this is the third situation maybe. One, you are sure, who is he? He is genuine, you are sure he is not genuine. And one is in between. You have no idea. You did your research, you did your investigation, but you could not find out whether this case is a genuine case or no. So what you do in such a situation? وإن شككت في صدقي وسبقت إليه التهمة له ولم تعزم على ذلك لم تأمن أن يكون من كيد الشيطان. So in such a situation, you try to do something. Don't reject him totally. Don't try to give him as you give a genuine case. But in both situations, be in the middle. Do whatever you can do with the hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might accept your sincere attempt to help someone. And also, in such a situation, you have protected yourself from a situation that he might be a genuine case, and you're rejecting him. You protect yourself from such consequences, which is not good for you. Why? Because Imam says many times, and this happens. So subhanallah, here is the hardest. The time is over. We might continue this next. Now when Imam speaks about, because it could be from kayd al-shaytan. It may be a plot of shaitan. He might creating doubts in your mind and trying to deprive you from fulfilling your responsibilities and seeking thawab from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How this happens? Yes, many times, or maybe most of the times, shaitan stops you from helping. Most of the times. And shaitan is here becomes very strong. Because shaitan is not strong, we become weak. So he knows that this is one of the weakness of human being, spending money, giving money. This is one of the weakness. So he tries through this weakness to come and stop us from doing the goodness. Inshallah, we might talk more about this. And these are issues that are relevant to our daily life, daily situations that occur in our life, and we have to deal with them and how we should deal with them. Imam goes into such details. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq and ability to follow the instructions of Quran and Ahl Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam. And may Allah give us tawfiq to practice the teachings of Ahlul Bayt and Quran. إن أحسن الحديث وأبلغ الموعظة كتاب الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. ألا قد أمركم الله في محكم كتابه بالصلاة على نبيه وحبيبه، فقال تعليما لكم وتشريفا لصفيه: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أمير المؤمنين مولانا علي بن أبي طالب وعلى سيدة نساء العالمين فاطمة بنت رسول الله وعلى الحسن المجتبى والحسين الشهيد بكربلاء وعلي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي العسكري. اللهم صل على مولانا صاحب الزمان ماحي آثار البدع والطغيان، هادم أبنية الشرك والنفاق، حاصد فروع الغي والشقاق. اللهم عجل فرجه وسهل مخرجه، واكحل ناظرنا بنظرة منا إليه، واجعلنا ممن يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي، يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله، أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين عليا ولي الله ووصي رسول الله وخليفته بلا فصل. أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين عليا حجة الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح، حي على خير العمل، حي على خير العمل. قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر، الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض، الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين. وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم. ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم. مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا، بئس مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآيات الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. قل يا أيها الذين هادوا إن زعمتم أنكم أولياء لله من دون الناس فتمنوا الموت إن كنتم صادقين ولا يتمنونه أبدا بما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين. قل إن الموت الذي تفرون منه فإنه ملاقيكم ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه واحشرنا معهم. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأقوم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد كذلك الله ربي الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم إن عبيدا من عبادك الصالحين قاموا بكتابك وسنة نبيك فأجزهم عنا خير الجزاء. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. يا لطيف ارحم عبدك الضعيف. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إياك نعبد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum. As most of you know, that tomorrow, inshallah, we start the camp after Salat prayer here, after the tafsir. We'll be leaving there, so the camp will start from 8 tomorrow. And it's a yearly event, and it's fun, plus learning. It's a very good event. I always recommend the kids, especially the youth, to come and attend with the family. And it is family camp originally. Anyone can come and attend. And it's one-day camp, originally from tomorrow. And we'll be there until Sunday, Dhuhr Salat, inshallah. So it's good for everybody to attend, inshallah. May Allah reward you for that. And if you have any questions, you can ask anyone from the IEC management, or maybe Muhammad Ali is here, he can give you the details about it. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah, ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah, ashhadu anna Aliyan waliyullah, ashhadu anna Aliyan hujjatullah. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأقعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله أكبر اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار بجاه محمد وآله الأطهار رب زدني علما وألحقني بالصالحين رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين رب صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم واحشرنا معهم الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وتقبل شفاعته في أمته وارفع درجته بحول الله وقوته. أقوم وأقعد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأقعد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. يا لطيف ارحم عبدك الضعيف. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. محمد.
Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wajjal farjah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I would just like to remind everybody of a program that's on Monday. It's Chat Imam's Majlis. There's also going to be Tabut there. Of course, programs are going to start as always after Namaz-e-Maghribain. If you have the opportunity, please come. It also happens to be the 1-year birthday of the passing of my mom. So her name is Hajjan Sayyida Kulsum Zera Hassan. If you wouldn't mind, please recite Surah Fatiha for her and for all your beloved deceased. Thank you.
Sallallahu alayka ya Aba Abdullah, Assalamu alayka ibn Rasulillah, Assalamu alayka wa ala jaddika wa abika wa ala ummika wa akhik wa ala al-a'immati al-ma'sumin min waldika wa banika. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. السلام عليك ولا يا غريب الغرباء سلطان علي بن موسى الرضا عليك التحية والثناء ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك ولا يا صاحب العصر والزمان الأمان الأمان الأمان. السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن. السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان. عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله مخرجك وظهورك وجعلنا من أعوانك وأنصارك. السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. The Fajr Salat will be at 5:15 inshallah tomorrow. Fajr Salat 5:15 inshallah. एक बहुत बड़ी कमी
हालांकि नमाज मैं कल तो वैसे तबीयत ठीक नहीं थी, पता नहीं सुबह उठ गया था नमाज के लिए, एकदम कैलेंडर पे नोट नहीं था, नोट होता था तो बराबर कैलेंडर नोट
हम मेरे भी हाँ हम लोग सभी भूल गए थे, वो अच्छा उन्होंने याद दिलाया। बहुत बड़ी कमी सालों से, कई साल से वो है नमाज में मेल्ड कुरान में क्या है उसका इलाज। अच्छा मौलाना जी हाँ वो हम इसको ढूंढना था। हाँ नहीं कोई मुश्किल नहीं है, शुरू में तुम्हारा होगी मुश्किल, फिर आदत हो जाती है। फर्स्ट टाइम हर आदमी ढूंढ रहा काम था हम लोग सब हमने मैं आपको सुना कई बार बेहतरीन आप करते हैं, बेहतरीन करते हैं आप करना शुरू कर देंगे, बाद में आप माइक नहीं छोड़ेंगे, तैयारी नहीं करते।